Alrighty, what's going on, guys? This is Dorian, and this will be Dorian Daily number 8, I think. Maybe number 9. Who knows?
Sure you can handle me.
This daily will be me playing some MF, and unlike some of my other dailies where I talk about random nonsense and you guys listen for some reason, I will be talking about gameplay in this particular game. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm just going to try and talk through most of the decisions that I make and mostly kind of focus on the mistakes that I make and how to kind of not make those mistakes like I do, and like focus on team fights because that's where I want to focus more. For bottom lane, well, first off, I'm going to say I picked MF because of her recent buffs, and she's always been one of my favorite champions, one of my favorite AD heroes. She's got such nice burst, and early on, it's going to be me just last hitting, and this Soraka being absolutely fucking psycho. So she continues to not value her life at all whatsoever, which mildly confuses me, as she is playing as an Ezreal, but this Ezreal can't land a Q to save his life, apparently. So early on, you kind of want to be staying near the middle, if not farther to the right over here in the lane, just in case ganks are coming. Other obvious things like being map aware and keeping your eyes on the mini-map while you're farming are other things that you can kind of try to work on personally to be better at playing AD, carry bottom. One of the things I want to discuss as well too is just kind of the positioning that you want to be in team fights and just fights in general. We got a little bit of a team fight here, right here. Trying to do some damage on this Ezreal, but I get exhausted. Soraka pops her heal. I barely survive right here. Ezreal shoots a Q, but lucky for me, hits that creep, and I probably survived just because of that. Blitz looks like he's going to try and come in, but instead he doesn't. Soraka picks me up with another heal, and I head back to base, and I pick up some boots and a ward. That ward becomes important for me personally, mainly because I know that she might not go back, and getting bush control against Blitzcrank is probably the best thing to do. Okay, real quick, I want to pause it here. You might have noticed that these two guys want to appear and try to do some ganks, or try to do some killing. There's no chance for me, in my mind at all whatsoever, of even going for that, mainly because when they were going up there, there was like 10 creeps right here, and had I missed all of those, I think I would have been even farther behind CS-wise and experience-wise. You can see right here now that I'm level 4, and they are level 3. That is probably mainly just because they missed like 10 creeps right here. So I knew I wasn't going to make it over there in time, so there's no point in even trying. So just a little kind of discussion to why I didn't go and help my teammates, just so you kind of have some sort of understanding of why I did that. I still haven't popped the ward down, and I pop it in that bush right there because I know we have a ward in that one. Right as that one goes out, the Soraka plants another one. Skill-wise, I will tell you that I am maxing my Q first. Sometimes when I play Misfortune, I like to pick up the E first, the Make It Rain, Make It Rain. I pick that up first sometimes just for the slow. Soraka gets pulled here, trying to focus down on the Blitz this time. He's in the front. I know I'm not going to be able to do any more damage to him, so I'm trying to get some free attacks off on this Ezreal. I am kind of paranoid that somebody is over here, and I see this guy coming forward when he has no life left, so I try and do some damage to him, but then I kind of realize why would he be coming forward unless there was somebody right here. So I back up, and lo and behold, Skarner's right there. So I pop my Make It Rain in the bush just to see if he's there. I notice that my Soraka is going to go back, and I decided to do the same as well too. The reason why I do that because there's no point in being in the lane when your partner's not, mainly just because the chances of you dying are way higher, obviously. It's just kind of common sense, but it's nice to say it out loud so you kind of know these things just in case you don't. Obviously, it's easier to die 1v2 than it is to die 2v2. So right now, we'll take a look at the CS. I'm sitting at 44, and this guy's sitting at 41, so we're pretty even. Coming in for a little bit of a team fight here. I accidentally did my double up when I wanted to do my ultimate. I tried to do my ultimate right after my double up, but I didn't realize that I was so already. So it was basically just me chasing and doing pretty much all the wrong things right there. That's just me being unaware of my mana and like misusing my skills, 100% there. I feel as if I really misplayed that badly because had I just probably used my ultimate when they were inside of the Trundle pillar, I probably could have got at least 1 kill, if not 2, or some assists. I pop my ultimate here, and they start to dive on me. I flash out of the way right away. He grabs me. I pop my summoner heal, and they end up not doing very much damage. We turn around in the Ezreal. He gets really low. The Blitzcrank also gets very low. We both eat the Ezreal ultimate, and I'll speed it up a little bit here because I don't think we even cast. No, they get too far away. It was a nice little trade. Nobody has died yet. As of right now, the score in this game particularly is 1-3. I don't think any team has done a dragon yet. And farm-wise, I am 62. Soraka here is in the middle of a team fight, and I'm going to try and help her out. The Skarner picks up that guy. I drop my Make It Rain, and I try to do as much damage as I can to this guy. He sees how low I'm getting, and I'm going to slow it down even further here because this is where I start to try and do a little bit of magic, I guess. I keep attacking, moving, and I go to get this last shot off. He procs his shield, and the Trundle ultimate ends up picking him up. So right now at this point I have my Wriggles Lantern, so I know that if I just sit here and whack on these creeps with my gun, I will heal up very fast. Kind of a dick move there on that guy's part. User or a douchebag coming in stealing my creeps. I'll slow this down a little bit here. I ate that ultimate to the face, and these creeps doing damage to me. I try and take one shot to survive, but unfortunately my bullet kills that creep as I die at the same time. So kind of a noob death there. I don't think I really needed to eat that Ezreal ultimate, but I didn't really feel like he was going to be able to do enough damage to me, but lo and behold he did. So unfortunately, right now I'm 1-1, and that was definitely a mistake on my part. I was kind of way too overconfident. Soraka busts her ultimate to try and save me. Those guys go in the back. I see Morgana teleporting in, so I drop my Make It Rain right on top of her teleport. Let's see, I'm going to unlock this really quickly. This guy is way up here all by himself, the Mordekaiser, and we're not going to dive on that. Right here, I have my ultimate, and I'm trying to decide when to use it to clear this wave. And then I realize that most of these creeps are low, so simply my Make It Rain will probably clear the wave just as fast. So I drop my Make It Rain, and I back up to try and not get hit by the bind. I barely missed getting hit by it, and hit level 9 at the same time. At some point, I went back and I picked up Berserker Greaves and a attack speed thingamajigger dagger. It's just called a dagger. That's funny. I never realized it was just called a dagger. That's funny. In like 2 years of playing this game, I've never realized that thing was just called a simple dagger. So CS-wise, right now I'm sitting at 90, and Ezreal's sitting at 61. So right now I'm kind of just shitting on him money-wise. He's got no answer for me. This is something as well, too, that I do a lot lately now with the new jungle. Sometimes the junglers get mad, sometimes they don't. If junglers don't say anything, go and do their double golems. Every chance the lane is pushed past river. If you continue to push past river, the chance of you dying and the chance of you having a really shitty game are quite high. So right here, my team is doing dragon. I noticed this, so I know that if I just continue to stay in the lane and kind of put a little bit of pressure on it, they won't think that they're there. Whether or not they really know if they're there or not, I don't know. So we pick up the free dragon there, and my team is coming in for the gank. So I try and bait it here. I completely fucked that up. My team is coming in from the side. Trundle ends a pillar. Mordekaiser doing some damage. Let's see here. I get one little last Q off on this guy, and he somehow doesn't die. I'm not going to dive on that because I can't tank tower turret hits right now. And then I noticed that there's 3 of them up there, so I decided I'm going to whack 1, take 2, try to dodge out of the way a little bit, and we end up not picking up another kill, but we end up picking up a free turret. So we take that free turret. I go and I steal that blue because I don't think anybody on our team needs that. This guy, this jungler, this Trundle is nice enough to give me the red buff, and we're going to kind of speed this up here for most of this. We're getting into a little bit of a skirmish here. I flash out of the Morgana ultimate, pop my ultimate off, I get some good damage off on the Trundle, or sorry, the Skarner. And you'll notice that when I finished that fight, I was half HP, and after killing like 8 creeps, I'm back to basically essentially full. So right here, I'm just trying to put some pressure on the other team and drop my Make It Rain on the turret. Trying my best to try and bait a fight, but at this point, this right here, I'll pause it as well too. If you just notice on the minimap, this guy says I shouldn't leave bottom. At the time, I didn't really agree with him, and I was like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. But now, looking back on it and thinking about it again, I probably shouldn't have left middle, but I felt since that's just a common misconception that happens when you push bottom tower and you take it. You don't want to be there because your lane is always getting pushed by enemy creeps, so the chances of you getting ganked are always so much higher, so you never want to be down there, just from personal experience. You might not even do it like consciously, but subconsciously you don't want to die, and you don't want to be down there by yourself that far. So that was kind of a mistake on my part not to stay near bottom and make sure that Ezreal didn't get the tower, because right now the score is 5-8. We are no longer in the lead kills-wise, but I think turrets-wise we have 1 down, and now they have 1 down as well too. So any turn advantage we had money-wise is now gone. So now after that I'm kind of paranoid, and I don't want them to push any further, so I continue to farm creeps bottom. I noticed that there's a lot of people going up here, so I continue to push, and then I start to see people coming towards me, and I don't think that I was in very much trouble there, but I decided to recall anyways. Probably could 1v1 and Ezreal at this point, so I go and I farm the double golems, continue to try and go push the lane. No, I end up just stealing this blue here from these guys. I get some nice damage off on these guys, but nothing really ends up happening. The good thing, and the one thing I really want to talk about for supports really quickly, I know this is an MF video. This is really shitty on my part as well too. I pushed way too far. I try and flash out of the way and end up getting owned. These guys probably didn't need to die at all, but they ended up dying too. That was definitely another huge mistake on my part. So being too far like that late game is a big problem for AD carries. And I am not one to, also make that mistake. I am one to make that mistake as well. It's like, just because I play a lot and I make videos doesn't mean I don't make mistakes, and I have no problem really talking about them. Mainly just because that way I can learn from my mistakes, get better, and as well, instead of you having to make the same mistakes that I made, you can see mine and realize that they are mistakes, essentially. I don't know. There's no real other way to say that, I guess. This part was really funny. I'd tell this guy to go and to get blue, and I'd cover top. Little did I know that a team fight would break out. I'm getting really nice damage off on that Morgana. She flashes out. I got my slow applied on this Garen, but he's too fast and he runs away. The Skarner comes in. He gets silenced at a really nice time. We start chunking him really hard. The Garen looks like he's going to try to commit to the fight, but he's so tanky that he doesn't even need to commit, and he can just run out of it afterwards. At this point, it's like we want to try and take the tower, and I'm the only one that can really do damage to it. Morgana drops a really nice pool, but that wasn't. I just walked into that bind. But she threw a nice pool down, so I was unable to... Oh, that was a noob ultimate by me. Really noob. Right here, I'm getting ultimated by Morgana. She runs out of the way. I start focusing down on the low Skarner. I get binded by Morgana. She drops a pool underneath of me. Right now, I'm going to focus on to the Morgana. I got very low HP. I get to 69 right there. My red buff ends up killing her, and I pick up the double kill while I was dead. I thought that was another not very well done fight by me. I popped my ultimate in a really retarded spot. I thought that I had seen them use all of their CC, so I decided to pop it off and try and get as much damage as I could. But another way to look at it is they did burn their CC on me, so it made the team fight for the rest kind of easier for the rest of my team. But again, not a very strong fight for me personally. So when I go back to base right now, you'll look at my items. Now I have a Bloodthirster, a Zeal, Wriggles, and the most important item out of anything that I have would be the QSS. Now you could take Summoner Spell Cleanse to try and get out of like a lot of things like binds and stuns and all that. but it doesn't get rid of the Skarner ultimate, so I decided not to run it for this game, and I just decided to use the heal. And I feel like the heal worked for me pretty well this game. It kind of saved me in a couple spots, and saved a bunch of other teammates in another spot. So a team fight's going to break out here. I want you to note my position. I'm sitting really far in the back. Right now, I see an awesome opportunity to drop my ultimate. I get almost a full duration off. Skarner comes in and ults me. I QSS it right away, so he thinks he's going to be pulling me in, but he's not. I land my bullet time, I land my bullet, double up on that guy. I also drop Make It Rain. I'm trying to do as much damage as I can. I was trying to attack the Morgana, but then she procced her Zonias. Right now, it looks as if the teamfight is not going very well for us. I pop my Summoner heal. It kind of saves the Mord a little bit. I drop some nice damage off on the Ezreal and the Morgana at the exact same time with a fucking double up. I can't remember what it's called ever. Right now, you can see in the team fight, everybody is low on their team. Mord finally picks up a kill on both Ezreal and Morgana, and it's pretty much just clean up from here on out. I chop another double up on the Skarner, and I end up picking up a kill on him. I look at the Blitzcrank and I realize he's low. I'll speed this up a little bit here. I flash a little bit closer to pick up the kill. Now all that's left is this Garen, and he ends up getting away. He comes in to try and kill this Soraka, but I realize I'm not going to be able to kill him, so I just go and I solo this dragon. So that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to do in some of my more, let's say, any video from the future that I will make that involves player commentary or my commentary on LoL replay files. I'm going to be trying to slow down the team fights and kind of talk through as much as I can. Mainly because I feel like if you don't, there's so much that can be missed. So I will continue to try and work a way to get that into most of my videos, just because I kind of like the commentary on all that's going on in the team fight rather than just the few things that I do. I wanted to push bottom there really quickly. I'll pause this here. You shouldn't ever really go bottom past like 25 minutes, mainly because it gives them a chance to get Baron. But Ezreal was just down there for a second, and I knew that I could go and clear the creep wave, still have my strut active, and still have really high movement speed, and be able to get back before Ezreal even got into the fight. So that's why I went down there. This guy gets pulled. It looks like it's another good time to... Oh, I QSS right out of Morgana's ultimate. I'll slow it down a little bit here. I move all the way back into as far as I can, and I pop my ultimate. Right now I'm getting some sick damage off, getting huge damage on that Morgana, and I end up picking up a kill on the Skarner, and then the Morgana right away, and we'll speed this up again a little bit now. Now it's just pretty much a chasing game. That fight really started with me getting caught out of position, and turned out with me end up picking up a double kill. And all of those things never would have been possible without the trusted QSS. So they tried to basically commit to a fight on me because I was out of position. And what ended up happening was the QSS kind of left them like baffled, I guess. So we go and we pick up Baron, really nice and easy here. They don't even come try and contest it. Right now I've got a Phantom Dancer. It's the only thing I've added to my list so far. We'll try and wait for the next team fight here, and we'll talk about that as well. So right now we've got Baron, so we decide to push. And this is where things get a little bit different and a little bit more difficult for us. I realize that we're not going to be able to do anything in a straight-up fight right now, mainly because Morgana can just clear the wave instantly. So I decide to tell my team to start split pushing, and I tell them to go top while I'll go bottom. So we'll speed this up, and it's just going to be me doing some split pushing, clearing some waves. I pick up the first tower right away, and then I run back to middle. They go and pick up dragon, and I go and pick up red. And so when things like this happen, this is a good opportunity to go and pick up red buff. If a team fight comes out, then you just got unlucky. It might not have been the best time to get red buff, but I feel as if late game with this kind of attack speed that I have, red buff is kind of a necessity to any AD carry just to do some damage. We get to the exact same point where we were before, kind of at a stalemate at their tier 3 tower here, and I decided to go and split push again. Realizing that I'm really far out, I decide to run away, go and farm middle, and I'm pretty much just trying to split push as much as I can. I was going to try and do some tower damage here, but then I realized I knew that they would send somebody the first time. So I kind of duck them out and go and farm those creeps, wait for them to leave. And I know that since all of my team is middle, that they're going to think that we're going to have a team fight middle, and I went there. So I come out, pop all my cooldowns, all my spells, and I continue to take down this turret as well too. So since we started split pushing, we got 2 towers. Probably wasn't the most beneficial use of a Baron buff, but I don't think there was any chance of us winning a team fight straight up. We are behind in team kills. I think they might have better team synergy, especially on a tower. So that's kind of my reasoning behind why I've done that this game, so just so you know. So right now, I really wanted to go and pick up their red buff, and we'll slow this down a little bit because I'm doing this, and their team is coming up the back here. So I'll slow this down right away. I pop my ultimate, and there are a lot of people getting hit by it right now. There's 3 or 4. Notice my position. I'm standing very far at the back. And then what ends up happening here is what happens to most AD carries. The tank ends up coming up into your face. You can do barely any damage to him at all whatsoever, so he's kind of zoning you. You don't want to run through him, and you don't want to fight him either. So what ends up happening is I realize I'm not going to fucking hit this Garen anymore, and I see the Morgana coming, so I decide to turn my attention over to her. She flashes over the wall. Then I see this Ezreal sitting over here all by himself, and I'm pretty far out of position. So I flash over the wall to try and get some free damage on him. I get a nice crit on him there, doing quite a bit of damage to him. You notice there that, again, I turned around to kind of keep out of the reach of everybody else. I use my summoner heal, keeping this Trundle at reasonable HP. The Swain picks up a kill on that Morgana. The Trundle is sitting there very low, and the rest of my team is now kind of coming into the fight after all this is said and done. We've got, I think, a 5v4 fight going on right now. Yeah, 5v4. This Skarner's trying to get out of the way, and I am going to pick up him first. He gets away almost. This Garen goes down second, and then it's basically just a chasing game to try and pick up the Blitz. We end up going and picking up another free Baron after winning a team fight, and that's kind of one thing that's kind of a given as well too. You win a team fight after 30 minutes or anything past like 25 minutes, and it basically gives you a free Baron. One of the other reasons why I decided to choose this video is because I just sold my boots and I bought a second Phantom Dancer. Now I think this is personally fucking awesome. Whether or not this is actually like viable in any real setting is irrelevant to me, as I have never played a game where I was able to get 2 Phantom Dancers like in a ranked game. You know, when you carry this hard in a ranked game, people usually surrender, or somebody trolled, or somebody leaves. So this is one of the first times in a very long time that I got 2 Phantom Dancers. I was very excited about that. So I'll speed this up by going to pick up that red buff. And right now, this is the second Baron that we've got, and we're going to try and actually take advantage of this one. The same kind of thing is happening last time. We're trying to push desperately, but what's happening is they're able to clear the ward, or they clear the wave so fast. I think they had that warded up, obviously, because they were acting like they did. So I go in here and I try and get some free damage off, doing as much pressure as I can. I could have turned around and done some free damage to that Garen, but I decided not to. This Trundle, God knows what he's doing. This initiates the team fight, basically. And when your teammates get caught like this, the best thing for you to do is try to help without getting too overextended. So I'm standing basically inside of the wall. I get a nice crit on this Morgana here. I realize this is probably the best place for me to do my ultimate, as nobody can really interrupt me from this far away. My ultimate is going off. We'll kind of speed it up a little bit, slow it down again. Right now, I can see the turret is attacking somebody else, so I can get in there and do some damage. So right now, for whatever reason, I'm focusing the Garen just because he's the one that's closest to me. At this point, I do so much damage, 370, that it doesn't even matter how much armor he has, or even if he's got his W up, I'm just shredding through him. Mordekaiser picks up that first kill. Morgana is trying to do her ultimate here. I crit her. She takes a huge chunk of damage from the Swain as well, too. And she comes out of her Zhonya's, and she doesn't really get very much damage done. I focus my attention to the Blitz. I try and flash for the kill, but unfortunately I'm unable to. I land one shot on the Ezreal, and he's out of there. He doesn't even want to fucking fight me. So right now, 9-3 CS-wise. I'm at 366, almost 100 ahead of Ezreal. So we pick up the first inhibitor of the game, and I was like, I'm going to go and tank this shit. I don't give a fuck. And then I realized that there were still 3 of them there. This Mordekaiser gets pulled. I start focusing on the Ezreal because I see he's the closest. I 3-shot that bitch. I thought he was going to use his ultimate on me, but I guess he didn't have it up. This guy pulls me to the turret thinking that he can kill me, and I also 2-shot him. I thought to myself, hey, I could probably kill this turret, and then I realized that I couldn't. And then I crit like 5 times consecutively on creeps, and I go from 20% HP to full, mainly because I have 43% lifesteal. So I pop my W, I'm just whacking on this turret, Soraka comes in and heals me, I hit another creep like 5 times, I'm back to full HP, really balanced. So at this point, I decided to go back, and this is where the game gets extra awesome for me. I sell my Wriggles Lantern, and I buy a 3rd Phantom Dancer. I buy all the potions I could possibly buy, and an Oracle, just so I can have that eyeball in my head. And now I'm ready to fucking own some kids. I've already been owning kids, but I feel as if now that I have a 3rd Phantom Dancer, no kid could really touch me. No kid or any man, no woman even, could touch me. At this point, I'm really itching to get into a team fight, and they're trying to be cute, put some wards down, be little foofy foofers. At this point, I'm just at the point where I'm hitting turrets so hard that I like 8-shot this turret from full. So I focus on that first before the team fight starts, and I'm gonna slow it down again here. Look at my team position again as well too. I'm really far in the back. My ultimate is hitting like 3 or 4 people almost every single team fight. This guy's getting dangerously low. I notice that the Morgana is coming in for me, and I know I can just shred her. She basically dies instantly. I wait for her to do her ultimate. I cleanse it instantly, so I'm not stunned even for a second. This Blitzcrank thinks that he can fuck with this shit, but he really can't, so I turn on him and kill him. I landed another kill on the Skarner there. Pick up a triple kill. The Touts are killing me, so I got to get the fucks out of this village. And so I back up and focus on these towers. I have like nothing for HP left, and what happens is this guy flashes, he silences me, he starts spinning, but I'm too strong. I just fucking shoot him once, twice, 3, 4 criticals. There you go, there's the last critical, 4th critical in a row. Ezreal exhausts me thinking that he can kill me, but he can't touch this shit because he just fucking queued a creep. That motherfucker just queued a creep. At this point, every single shot that I'm doing is a critical. I'm criticaling for 200 every single time, and I pick up the unofficial pentakill as I got a triple and a double right away. And the most important part to focus on here in this game, gentlemen, folks, ladies, is that I have 3 Phantom Dancers. But yes, this was Dorian. This is one of my dailies. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Holy shit, this slow-mo is sweet. Boom! Look at that. That was fucking awesome. Still exploding. Oh my god, it's orgasmic. Okay, so for any of you who don't know, I'm doing an RP giveaway right now. Anybody who subscribes to my owned TV channel or follows it, either or, is eligible for a $25 RP card that I will be giving away victory this Sunday. I will also be doing some more RP giveaways in the future as well too. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed what I made for you guys, and if you guys have any comments, please feel free to leave them. Like always, a lot of people think that perhaps that I may never read them or I may not comment or reply, but if you have ever replied to my videos, you will know that I do. So feel free, and this is where I will learn, and this is where you guys can give me some advice on what to do. As well as if you guys have any ideas that you want to share and you don't have a YouTube channel or something like that, feel free to shoot that idea my way and I'll give you a shout out. But yes, this is Dorian. Thanks for watching, and peace, motherfuckers.